Give it a chance before you throw it away. It might look like trash, but wait till you transform it. So much you can do, the possibilities are endless, and my goodness, would you look at that, a beautiful Christmas wreath. So to make your cardboard wreath, of course you're going to need your cardboard, and then you're going to want a plate or something that you can use as a template to draw along. Now you're going to want something smaller to draw along, so I've got this cup here. You can use a saucer for example, and again I'm just going to draw along that. So I've just used a craft knife to cut the inside of the wreath. So because this is a cardboard wreath, we don't want it to look flat, we don't want it to look like cardboard, you want to give it some depth. So there's a few things that you can use just to give this some chunkiness, and bubble wrap is one of them. Some brown parcel paper is another option if you just crinkle it up, or you can even use shopping bags. So I'm going to use the bubble wrap, and even this is quite thin, so I'm going to double it up by just rolling it over, and then we're just going to cut that out. And now I'm just going to glue that down with some hot glue. And then I'm just putting some in the middle here, just to secure that down. So you just keep doing that, apply some hot glue and stick your plastic bag or your parcel paper, whatever you decide to use, stick it down. Make sure that of course it's to the size of your wreath. We're going to secure the bags in, or the bubble wrap, by using some brown parcel tape. So all we're going to do is wrap this around the whole wreath. We're going to be transforming this, which looks really ugly at the moment, into something beautiful. Before I begin, I just want to show you some different options if you'd like to use them. So you can use feathers in your wreath and you can wrap them around. I got this actually from Poundland, so it doesn't cost much at all. So you can wrap it around, make yourself a nice Christmas wreath using that. Or you can even use tinsel. So I don't have white, but I think white would look really nice, and I'm not that much of a tinsel fan. So if you are, you can just use that. So you can wrap it around just to cover the tape, and then make a foundation to build on, and then add all the other elements that you want on there. You can even use scraps of material, so you can use scarves or anything like that. You just thread that through again, just like this. Of course you're going to do it a bit neater, but these are just ideas for you. So just something like that, and you keep going. You can also use faux fur to cover it. I think that would look really nice. So for my wreath, I'm going to be using a mixture of moss just to line this part here. And then I'm going to go ahead and stick down all of the goodies. And I'm going to be trying to make this wreath as inexpensive as possible, so I'm trying to use as many natural things like from the park, and also you can get these inexpensive potpourri boxes, so they come in really handy, and they come in nice shades of reds and browns, and they're really interesting because they've got lots of different things inside. And what's also really good about using potpourri is that they smell so good, so if you do use them, you're going to have a great smelling wreath by the end of it too. So I'm starting with this brown moss here, just to make sure none of this shows through. I'm going to stick some down using some hot glue. I'm also going to be using some miniature baubles, so just remove this part here, and then you see you've got that part there, we don't need that, so take some pliers and then just gently just cut that piece off. So there you go, you've got that, and then you're just going to apply some hot glue there, so that's going to be covered, and then you've got your little ball. If you're using natural elements like me, these are really handy in adding just that little bit of extra colour. Another option is also using some berries. If there's any gaps where some brown tape show, I just take some hot glue and stick some moss inside there. I'm just making sure that I cover all of the areas, so the outer area and then the inner area there. I can't tell you how good this smells at the moment. And you know, the beauty in using natural things is that it also looks more expensive. So far I've been using 3 colours of moss. I've got this really nice wine red kind of colour, and then I have a brown one there, and then I have a light brown, sort of like a stone colour. I think that they've been really working well and going together nicely. So I'm just going to carry on. I've got this and this little part here to work on. I've decided on adding a few little wooden embellishments. So I have this tree here. I'm going to add that just here with some hot glue. And now I'm adding this really cute gingerbread man. So I'm just going to turn him over and stick him down onto the wreath as well. I also have this ribbon embellishment, you might remember it from my haul, and we're going to stick him just here. I was thinking to stick him flat, but I kind of like that it's 3D, it kind of pops out. I'm going to add a white snowy effect to the pine cones by dry brushing it. Right, I have a secret feature for this wreath that I'm so excited to try. I did something similar like this to my full wreath and I really liked it. So I'm taking this really jumbled up necklace that I got from the charity shop or the thrift store, and I'm going to take this gold chain here and I'm just going to cut it off with my pliers. So I've got my chain, now I'm going to make sure that it's equal on both sides. So I'm taking this side and that side, holding them up against each other so that I've got the exact middle there and I know where to cut it in half. So I'm just going to cut this part here with the pliers. Now I have 2 chains and they're going to be exactly equal in size. So I'm taking this wooden antler, I'm going to apply some hot glue here. And then I'm going to add the chain, or one side of the chain, just there. And then I'm going to do exactly the same on this side as well. So now I have something to hang my reindeer head with. Now I'm just going to have a look at how I want him to hang, how high or how low. And then when you have him in place, exactly where you like him, you can then just glue the chains on the back here. To make this the ultimate wreath, we have one more final secret weapon, which is of course fairy lights. This is just a must for Christmas and winter. I've just threaded the LED light through the whole wreath. I do suggest picking up the wire ones because they're really easy to work with and you can just manipulate them like into the grooves and just move them around. And they're also really thin, so it doesn't really affect the aesthetic look of the wreath either. And I'm just turning the wreath around and taking some clear tape. I'm going to attach the battery pack just on the bottom here and tape that down so you can clearly access the battery pack. You can turn it on and off really easily. Now the last thing we want to do is create something to hang this wreath with. I know a lot of people like ribbons and things that actually show, but I kind of feel like I don't want it to show, so I want to do something just at the back here that will allow it to hang but not show. So I'm going to take one of these backings and I'm just going to hot glue that in the center there, and then that will allow it to hang without anything showing. So here's the finished wreath. It did take me a while, I'm not going to lie, but I really do like it. I'm so happy with it. I mean, who remembers how it looked before? It looked so bad with the brown tape, look at it now. And now you know you can save even more money and make your own wreath from scratch. I hope that you have enjoyed this tutorial. I worked so hard putting it together, so if you have, please do leave me a thumbs up and let me know what you think in the comments below, and make sure you're subscribed if you want to see more content like this. Thank you for watching, take care of yourselves, bye!